Hey, this is Steli FD with Close.io. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the 2 signs that show that your SaaS sales team doesn't understand the fundamentals of sales and are taking the easy way out, and how to fix that problem and empower your sales team to really crush it. Right, so here's the scenario. This is something that I see over and over and over again in many different SaaS sales teams. When you sell a software product as a subscription, there is the opportunity as a salesperson to blame 2 factors for a deal that's lost, or to be heavily pushing internally in the company to get 2 things to make it easier for you to sell. Those 2 things are very straightforward. Number 1 is a cheaper price, and number 2 are more features. Think about it. Everybody that's in sales, and me as kind of, the sales dude, we all want to have an easy job. Like, every human being wants to have an easy time. Nobody likes to be, challenged. Nobody likes to have to work super hard to get something. So every deal that I talk to, I enjoy when deals come through easy. Although if it's too easy, it makes me a little wary and a little afraid that this might not be fundamentally a good deal if the prospect just says yes to everything, right? But pushing that aside, I like to have easy money. I like deals to go through really easily, like everybody does. But I also understand the crucial fact that if there isn't friction, there's no reason for my existence. If we talk complete transactional selling, you call me or I call you, we exchange a little bit of information and you buy, that is not worth a lot in the world, right? That's not an opportunity to create a ton of value. If you think about transactional sales, that's what you do when you go to Starbucks and you go, I'd like to have a latte, please. And they go, would you like to also have a bagel? And you go, sure. That's totally transactional sales, right? You give them some money, they give you the bagel, that's that. That is obviously not compensated insanely well because you don't really create that much value. Where selling and sales really creates tremendous value, and where your reason for existence is important, is when the selling and the buying process has real friction, when there's a lot of decision making that needs to be done, when there's a lot of complexity in the buying cycle, when there's real money or real challenges on the table. That's where you earn your keep and you truly make a difference in your company's life and success as a salesperson. So you need to embrace the challenge, and you need to embrace having conversations with people and having to give and take and push them back and really sell them on things. So, knowing that, you need to fight the urge to just give in on the 2 biggest pushbacks and demands that people will have every single day. Oh, your product is too expensive. Oh, we could get something a little bit cheaper over here. Oh, we could build this internally for much cheaper. The cheaper thing, that this costs too much, we want to pay less. That is something, and we've written about this and talked about this before many times, and I'll link to these really powerful articles on how to sell based on value versus on price and how to manage the pricing objection. You need to make sure that you understand that your job is to sell people on the value, and then your product needs to deliver that value. If you can't do that, there's no reason for your existence. So just giving into the prospect's argument that this is too expensive makes you redundant. Like it makes you a horrible salesperson. Like, honestly, from one sales guy or one salesperson to another. Your job is to change the conversation from a cost perspective that the prospect will bring to a value perspective that is your responsibility to shift and reframe the conversation and empower your prospect to see the value that you create and the cost and what it will cost, and see that has a massively positive ROI. It's your responsibility to move the conversation to a value perspective versus just a pure cost perspective. So that's one. And then the second one is more features. Obviously, people always want more features, but then if you do everything everybody tells you, just like the famous Henry Ford quote, if he had listened to what people told him, he would have given people faster horses, right? You need to hear what the things are that your customers want or your prospect want, but you also need to take the time to understand why they want it, and you need to, even more importantly, truly understand what is the problem they're trying to solve. Because people are great at explaining their problems, they're usually not great at finding solutions for them. Otherwise, everybody would be an amazing product person, right? They're not. Most people aren't. I'm not. right? I know what my problems are, the things that suck in life, but I don't know necessarily the best solutions to those problems. So you need to be careful to not just fall into saying yes to all feature requests, but spending the time to truly understand why they want these features, what are the problems they have, and then understand, are there workarounds to solve these problems today with the given feature set, and are there better ways to solve these problems with other features that you already have? That's your responsibility. That's the real work that needs to be done versus just going to engineering every single day complaining that they need to build more features and saying that all these customers want all these different features. You're not helping by constantly asking for more features because prospects are telling you about these features. You're actually just creating a lot of noise and polluting the discussion and dragging down and slowing down the engineering team and the product team versus speeding them up. Where you can really be empowering internally to your team is by giving them real feedback about the problems that are being described and why the current workarounds or the current features are not really addressing these problems, and also telling them and understanding which of these problems have true priority, which of these problems display the biggest opportunities to create real massive value in the marketplace versus just aimlessly telling them everything that you've heard, just like a parrot. You just repeat every single feature request every time you hear something. And you tell the customer or the prospect, yeah, I totally agree with you. We should do these 44 features. And you know what? And then bullshitting them. You know what? We're really onto it. So I think most of these things will be done soon. Please don't fucking do that, right? I've written about this before. Don't make promises you can't keep. Make sure to truly qualify them. Make sure to ask the right questions and really understand what it is what the problem is they're trying to solve with these features, why they want these, and see if you can help them with workarounds today, or if there's features you already have that they're not aware of. Be realistic with them in prioritizing which of these features are truly most important or problems that they have, and communicating with them realistic timelines, and then see, are those deal breakers or not. But don't just keep going back to your team requesting more and more features to be built, because that's gonna just make the product worse. There are always gonna be things and more features that the prospects need. Always. You're never gonna get to a point where prospects are not gonna be asking you for a ton more features. You just need to learn to be comfortable with it and learn that that's part of the process. You're gonna listen, pay attention. You're gonna obviously keep developing the product and making it better and better and better. But you can't just use, they needed these 3 features, that's why they didn't buy it, as an excuse and an easy way out. That's what salespeople do that don't understand the opportunity they have of truly creating value in the whole process. Don't just give in on the, it's too expensive objection. Don't just give in on the, we need more features objection. Don't take the easy way out and just say, let's just give them a discount and let's just promise them all these features. And don't internally create conflict by constantly in team meetings going, we need to decrease the price, we need to decrease the price, we need to decrease the price, we're too expensive, because your prospect are telling you they want to pay less money. And don't constantly bring up, we need all these features, because a lot of prospects are just telling you that. Don't be a thoughtless transactional salesperson, because in SaaS, that's going to really, really destroy value and slow your team down versus speeding it up. What you want to be is you want to be somebody that creates value, that understands the context of selling a technology product, and that understands that you need to listen and pay attention when people say that the price is too high, and you need to have a real value discussion with them. And you need to pay attention and really listen when people tell you they need more features, and you need to have a problem discussion with them and understanding what are the problems, what are the workarounds and workflows they have, what are they trying to accomplish, and how can I help them get there today, and how can I take that knowledge and be useful, a useful resource to my engineering and product team in telling them what the market really needs. If you're thoughtful in that way, you're going to crush it in SaaS sales. And if you're managing a SaaS sales team, you want to coach and train and educate your team on these things, and you want to demonstrate how to do these things really well by showing them how to do pricing negotiation and how to take customer feedback with regards to features. This is a very important part in training that too many SaaS sales teams don't do. They're never trained on how to ask questions about features, how to get to the bottom of the problem, and how to take that feedback and give it back to the product and engineering team in a productive manner. Make sure that you have a process in place to make that happen. All right, I'm excited and I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this subject, so just make sure to write some comments under this video. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. There's lots more videos about SaaS sales that are going to be valuable to you on our channel. And make sure to go to blog.close.io and subscribe to our blog. I'm Steli FD with Close.io, and I'm looking forward to the next video that we're going to share some ideas with you.